Candiace, implied because I spoke about your lawsuit, that's one of the reasons why you got fired.
I need you to stop feeding.
I'm not feeding into it, Juan.
Just being the biggest person for once.
All right. Did Juan watch back any of the season?
No.
He didn't. So just to be clear, you still stand by this fact that Juan never cheated on you with Canada Girl, Coach Bree, or anyone else since you two had officially gotten back together?
I can't say anything for certain.
Coming up.
So the screenshots of your husband's limp penis are photoshopped?
So just to be clear, you still stand by this fact that Juan never cheated on you with Canada Girl, Coach Bree, or anyone else since you two had officially gotten back together?
I can't say anything for certain, as no one in this world can say anything for certain about what other people do.
Okay.
But based on what Juan shared with me about the girl in Canada and the stuff that I kind of heard after the fact, I have many reasons to believe what he's telling me.
Yeah. I know that there were a lot of doubts within the group about his story at the start of the season. Who believes Juan's story?
Andy, I don't think it's for us. None of us believe it.
But Robyn believes it, so that's all that matters.
Okay.
Robyn believes
And it's our job
Okay.
as her friends to support her.
Okay.
Can I ask one little thing?
Sure.
When he said, like, Bree's like a beautiful woman, did that bother you at all?
No, because the point was, if he had been at the laundromat with someone who was not beautiful, it wouldn't have been an issue.
I got it.
Do you feel like he was supportive of you throughout filming?
Yes, he showed up, he answered questions.
He's not showing up tonight.
That's fine.
He does not have a basketball game.
No, he doesn't. He declined to be here.
Okay.
Oh, Andy, that was shady.
Well said,
That doesn't mean that he doesn't support me.
Why is he not here, Robyn?
He doesn't know that you're going to be under fire tonight because of his actions. The least he could do as your husband is to stand behind you and say, baby, you don't have to take all the bullets. I can take some too.
No, I'm fine with that.
Ashley, you were in a similar position. Michael did not want to come to many reunions.
Correct. He didn't want to be under fire. He didn't want to have all these questions and allegations toward him. After he was, caught to be unfaithful, he did come.
As he should.
Yes, he did.
That's what he's supposed to do.
We got a lot of feedback about how you don't think it's suspicious that Juan deletes his DMs and messages.
So he has a weird thing with his phone being cluttered.
Okay. Do you have the password to his phone?
No, and he doesn't have the password to mine.
Okay. I'm curious if now, after all y'all have heard, you still have doubts, or if you...
For me, the issue was never whether or not Juan was cheating. My issue was you kept information about your marriage from the group and demanded that the group share our personal lives.
Can you clarify, when have I demanded anything?
The example that comes to mind immediately is in Mexico last year, when you accused Karen of not being truthful about whatever was going on in her life.
What you should care about, Karen, is people sending us actual pictures of you with a blue-eyed man in Vegas at a bar. That was after she talked about Juan holding hands in Georgetown. I didn't demand anything from her prior to that. That was not going on in my marriage while we were filming that season. I chose not to talk about it at that time because it wasn't relevant.
You had a whole story going on. Listen, I said what I said.
I did not have a whole story going on.
No, you did. And you sold it behind
and you didn't talk about it with the group, but then you sold it on Patreon.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Don't you think that if you had gotten ahead of it and said, Juan and I had a blip about a year ago, and it was messed up, and we survived it. I mean, don't you think you would have helped yourself a lot?
Well,
I mean,
first of all, I wasn't thinking about getting ahead of a story that I thought could come out.
You also were thinking that someone else was going to bring it up. You're on a reality show about your life.
Yeah.
How do you stay silent through the season?
I was waiting for Karen to bring it up.
You said you were waiting for me to reveal it.
Not that I was waiting, but if you did, I would not have been surprised.
A prime example, when Raymond went through his taxes, I put a little humor on it and did a press conference with no press.
I'm never talking about it again. It's done.
Okay, just one question.
Oh, hold on.
Are you being indicted at all?
I got ahead of my story.
That was a public situation.
It was in the paper.
It was in the paper.
Yours is in the paper. It was on the credit card paper.
It was on the credit card paper. I think that the credit card paper is more important than the Washington Post.
Okay, all right.